Alright, okay, I'll be working on this IGCSE paper. This is paper 1 Mathematics 0580 May June 2023. Okay, so this is paper 1. So let's move on to question number 1. Work out the number of months in 5 years. Okay, we know that 1 year has 12 months. So 5 years, so 5 multiplied by 12, we will have 60. So the answer here will be 60 months. Okay, next, write 3752 correct to the nearest tens. So when it's 3752, we look at the ones place. Since this is less than 5, we'll round down. So we'll have the answer as 3750. So when it's 3752 to the nearest 100, we look at the tens place. Since this is 5, then we'll have to round up to the previous number. So it will be 3800 instead. Okay, for question number 3. Magazines cost $3.40 each. Rosina has $15 to buy as many magazines as possible. So complete a statement. Okay, so for this question, I have to take 15 and I have to divide by $3.40. So we're going to use our calculator in this question. So I'll have, as a mixed number, I'll have 4, 7 over 11. So in this case, I know that I can buy 4 magazines. So for the change that I will receive, I will take this fraction 7 over 11, multiply by $3.40. So 7 divided by 11 times $3.40. Okay, wait, did I make a mistake here? 15 divided by 3.4. 7 over 17, sorry. So I made a mistake here. So this 7 over 17, so 17. Okay, so 7 divided by 17 times 3.4. Okay, so I'll have $1.40. Okay, good. I know that I made a mistake because when I take 7 over 11 times $3.40, I get a very long decimal. So I know that my answer is wrong. Okay, now question number 4. Write down the mathematical name of a four-sided shape. Okay, so no line of symmetry. Okay, the only one that I know that doesn't have a line of symmetry that has a special name will be a parallelogram. So if I draw a parallelogram, okay, you will see that there is actually no line of symmetry for this, and it has a rotational symmetry of order 2. How do I know that? So let's say I do this. Okay, and I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste, and see when I rotate it, okay, this is my first one. I rotate it again, this is my second one. So I know that it has a rotational symmetry of order 2. So for this question, the answer will be parallelogram. Okay, let's move on. Calculate the mean of these numbers. So to find the mean, I need to find the sum first. So the sum will be 21 plus 8 plus 15 plus 32 plus 3 plus 29 plus 19 plus 45 plus 8. Okay, I'll have 180. And how many numbers do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the mean will be 180 divided by 9, which will give me a value of 20. Okay, good. Let's move on. A train journey starts at 21:43. It takes 8 hours and 32 minutes. Find the time the journey finishes. So it gives us as a 24-hour clock. So it's something to be mindful about. So for this question, I would like to add the minutes first. So when I say 21:43, and when I add 32, okay, I know that I will have 5 here, okay, and I'll have 7 here. I have 2, 1. But this way of writing it is a bit misleading because I know that for 24-hour clock, I don't have 75. So I will say that this is actually 2, 2, 1, 5. Okay, and you will get 10, 15. So I need to now add 8 more hours. right? So I need to plus 8 hours. So when I plus 8 hours, I will actually have 3015. Okay, but I don't write it this way because once it reach 24, it will change. So I minus 24 from this, I'll have 0615. So my answer will be 0615. Okay, good. Next. Okay, write this number in order starting with the smallest. So at first glance, I'll see that, okay, I have 0.071, 0.7, 7%, let's call it 7 over 100, and this is actually 0.07. This fraction over here, if I use the calculator to help me, 15 divided by 213 is actually 0.0704 if I leave this as 3SF. So now I can see that the smallest one will be 0.07, which will be by 7%, followed by this fraction 15213, followed by 0.071, then the largest one will be 0.7. Okay, write a fraction in its simplest form. We can always use the calculator to help us with this. 24 divided by 84, and we know that the answer is 2 over 7. So this is something that we can just use the calculator to help us. Alright, next. Simplify this algebraic expression. So we can see that there's like terms, 3a and a, 5b and 6b. So it'll be a good idea that I rearrange 3a minus a minus 5b minus 6b. I'll have 2a minus 11b. Yeah. So this will be 2a minus 11b. Okay, question number 10. The cost of hiring a bicycle, C dollars for Y hours, is given by the formula C is equals to 12 plus 3.5Y. Okay, Maria pays $36.50 to hire this bicycle. Work out the number of hours she hires the bicycle for. Okay, so now we know that the C is now $36.50. So if I substitute the C back into the equation, I'll have 36.50 equals to 12 plus 3.5y. Okay, making y the subject, I'll have this will be 36.50 minus 12, and I'll have $24.50. Okay, now to divide 3.5. Okay, and the answer is 7. And I know now that the answer will be 7 hours. Okay, great. Let's move on. Okay, the next question. Oh, okay, so this is a vector problem. We have a minus 2b. Okay, we know that a is 3, 7. Minus 2, negative 2, 5. Okay, so maybe the first step, we multiply the negative 2 in. Okay, or we just multiply the 2 in. So let's keep it as a minus sign. So this will be negative 4, and this will be 10. Okay, then if I do this, I will have 3 minus negative 4, and this is 7 minus 10. Okay, one last step. So I have 3 plus 4 will be 7, and this will be negative 3. So the answer is 7 and negative 3. Great. Okay, let's look at question 12a. The diagram shows a pair of parallel lines and a straight line. Write down the geometrical reason why the value of x is 52. Okay, so for parallel lines, just to recap a little bit, so we have corresponding angle. Okay, and we have alternate angle, and we have interior angles. Right, so in this case, this is the z, right? This is using the z. Corresponding angle will be the f, and interior angle will be the u, right? So in this case, this will be the z. So we will be using alternate angles. So the geometrical reason will be alternate angles. Okay, next, find the value of y and write down the geometrical reason for your answer. Okay, so we have angles at a point here. So we have 360 degree minus 38 minus 126. So 360 minus 38 minus 126. The answer will be 196 degrees. So 196. Just be mindful that the degree is already written down here. So for y itself, we have to drop the degree sign. So because this is sum of angles at a point. Okay, great. Let's move on. Okay, question number 13. Calculate the volume of a sphere with diameter 4.8 cm. So the formula is given to us. And this is diameter. The formula requires radius. So the first thing that I should do is to compute the radius, which will be half of the diameter, which will give me 2.4. So now the volume is 4/3 pi 2.4 cube. Okay, so 4 divided by 3 times pi times 2.4 cube. Okay, so I'll have 57.9 okay cm cube, and this will be 3 SF. So 57.9. Okay, question number 14. By writing each number in the calculation correct to one significant figure, so each number must be one significant figure. Work out an estimate for the value of this. All right, so let's do a quick one significant figure change. So 6.7 will be 7. This will be times 2. This will be 20. And this will be 6. So I'll have 14 as my numerator and 14 as my denominator. This will turn out to be 1. So my answer will be 1. Okay. Now, question number 15. Eric has 4 colors of paint. The table shows the probability that he uses each color. Find the value of x. So now we know that the total probability must always be 1. So total probability must always equals to 1. So to find x, okay, I have to take 1 minus all of the other probability. Okay, let's work it out. 1 minus 0.3 minus 0.35 minus 0.13. Okay, 0.22. Okay, this is the first time I'm looking at this paper, so it's quite an interesting paper to date. Now, factorize completely. Every time we see this completely, we have to be very mindful and don't just look at an x or just look at a number. Okay, now let's be careful here. So maybe let's factorize out 4 first. Okay, I have 2x squared minus 5x. And I can factorize out x, so I can do 4x. So now I'm left with 2x minus 5. Okay, so I factorize out. Let's do a quick check. Factorize out the constant, factorize out an x. Okay, I think that will be it. 4x, 2x minus 5. Okay, great. Okay, last question of the page. Let's move on. Okay, I'm halfway through the paper. Okay, at the end of this page, I'll probably stop the video and I'll do a part 2. Now, 17a. The nth term of a sequence is 10 minus n squared. Write down the first 3 terms of this sequence. Okay, so the first 3 terms of this sequence. So I need to do n equals to 1, n equals to 2, and n equals to 3. Okay, so for my n equals to 1, I'll have 10 minus 1 squared. Turn out to be 9. Okay, this will be 9. Then I'll have 10 minus 2 squared. Turn out to be 6. Then 10 minus 3 squared, turn out to be 1. Okay, so 9, 6, and 1. These are the first 4 terms of another sequence. So nothing to do with part A. Okay, 7, 10, 13, 16. Find an expression for the nth term. Okay, so let's write the n value below. Okay, so at one glance, I can see that the difference is the pattern is that I am adding 3 to each term. Okay. Yes, so I know that my nth term, okay, will be, I start off with my first term, which is 7, okay, and I need to add 3, but for my first term, I'm not adding any, so it'll be n minus 1. Okay, so let's do a quick check. So when my n is 2, 7 plus 3, 2 minus 1, so this will give me 10. When my n is equals to 3, let's do another quick check. 7 plus 3, 3 minus 1, so it will be 13. Okay, good. I think I'm on the right track. So let's simplify. So 7 plus 3n minus 3, so this will give me 4 plus 3n. Now, so the answer 4 plus 3n. Okay, next. The length L meters of a piece of wood is 3.6 meters, correct to the nearest 10 centimeters. Complete this statement about the value of L. Okay, so I need to deal with inequalities here. So I know that 3.6 meters is correct to the nearest 10 cm. Okay, so 3.6 meters. I know this is 360 cm because I know that 1 meter is 100 cm. So when I know that it is corrected to the nearest 10 cm, so the smallest value I can have will be 355 cm all the way to 364.999 all the way. Okay, so because it doesn't have a strict inequality, it is a strict inequality here, so I can just safely put 365 here, then 355 here, because I know that 365 is not included in this value for L. Okay, great. Calculate 1 divided by 6.4. Okay, give your answer in standard form. So this is a calculator problem again. So let's key it in. So 6.4 times 10 to the power negative 5, then 1 divided by the answer. Okay, so from the calculator, I will have a value of 15625, 15,625 in standard form. So standard form must be a times 10 to the power n, and my a has to be between the range of this. Okay, must be strictly less than 10, or must be more than equals to 1. So in this case, I'll have to move my decimal place from here 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So it's 1.5625 times 10 to the power 4. Okay, at this point, okay, I'm at roughly at the halfway mark. So I'll pause the video here and I will continue my part 2 later on.